You know, apparently OBS has decided it doesn't want to actually be able to mute my mic today, which is fun. Oh, I've just realized there's something I can do on Stream Deck that'll allow that to happen. More actions, and I want... Did I see voice meter integration? Oh! Yes, install that. Yes. And this should... Yes, wonderful. I've now got a mic mute. Again. Anyway. Hello. How are we all doing today? Dave was having minor issues today. It's fine. Only minor ones. Do I vape? No, don't vape. Nope. Hello, Llama King, Hugh, Bradley, DMF, Nathan, hello, Farm Life. You have to do science homework? I love science homework. Farm Life, I'm just gonna point this out real quick. You're complaining about doing science homework to somebody who's literally got a college degree to be a scientist. You ain't gonna get any sympathy from me. I'm literally like I've got a bachelor's degree in being a scientist, so no sympathy for science homework. I think that it's the most fun homework you can get, to be honest. How's the knee doing? It's perfect today. It was just a 24-hour. It was just like the cold affected it yesterday, so I put a bit more bedding on my bed last night, and it's fine today. What am I vaping on? An e-cig. Alternatively, my chair. Ask silly questions, get silly answers. Snow's deep. There's like no snow here at all. Hate biology. Farm life. I focused on microbiology for my degree. Again, you're no sympathy. Hey, Jakey. Justify for those of you that are like, oh, Dave vapes, memes. I do it because I'm quitting smoking. It's not like I'm doing it for memes or massive vape clouds. I do it because it's my quit smoking aid. So deal with it. I know that I love memes, but yeah, still. Oh, Hinwa. Oh, Hinwa Bradley. I forgot to use one button on my Stream Deck yesterday for the voice changer, and the worst thing is it's my favorite one. So I'm hoping this. I'm just gonna use the cave one because it has a very distinct peak here, just to check. Hello. Okay, so it's somehow changed my mic back to. Oh, I don't have the voice. There we go. Hello. Please. What causes scurvy? Lack of vitamin C. Is biology very plant-based? It's anything that lives. So plants, animals, bacteria, viruses. Well, viruses are kind of borderline, but they're still covered by biology. Fungi. What are the other kingdoms? Ish. Well, all that kind of stuff. An Irishman not using grass for silage. What's the world coming to? I don't need silage yet, Jeremy. Hey, Jesse. What's up? Not a whole lot. Running a small bit late today because I don't actually know why, but I'm just running a small bit late. I was early, and then suddenly, like, I looked at the clock and it was like 5 o'clock, so I said, ah, crap. Crap. You know when that happens, you're just like, oh, time has disappeared. This is not good. No mods today, none today. Hopefully tomorrow. How's the weather here? Cold. There's a small bit of snow on the ground, but not much. Most of it's melted off already. So, you know, general, like, Ireland when it snows, I guess. It's like, it snowed last night, did it? No evidence of it. What's that moosh? That's the snow. Oh, okay. Not gonna pick up scurvy? Probably wise, but if it's for school, you need to. It's not, altogether terrible. What time is it here? It is 5:20 in the evening. So now I get to play with my voice changer again, and I get to show you guys the one that I forgot to show off yesterday. Which is, this one. That should have just been, like, random noise. Other than last, so you don't have to look at it. It's just like, stop! Stop with the noise! I've intentionally set that one up just so that it's literally just a noise. I can't talk through it as well. Well, I could, but it'd be completely unintelligible. That was awful. Hello, Stephen. Funny thing is, Massey, I use headphones to test them, so I'm fine. Why can't Sutton Farm be made to lift higher to avoid the row? I know. It's annoying to say the least that you gotta like turn it completely off to so that you don't nick the row next to it. But at the same time, like you can at least get around the rakes are a bit wonky thing. Any other malnutrition disease? Plenty. I'm not gonna do your homework for you, Farm Life. You gotta look it up for yourself. There's tons of diseases caused by malnutrition. Your ears are sensitives. Alright. So now we get to grab... Oh yeah, I need to do something to the John Deere over here. Because if you remember yesterday we had this on courseplay and it stopped. Here's why it stopped. Yeah, I forgot the seed tender was still in the field. Google's your friend, yeah. Back when I was doing homework like that, I didn't have Google. When I was just a little boy, we didn't have Google. We had to walk 15 miles in the snow. Both ways. Seriously though, Google is the greatest for like finding stuff out. Whenever I want to know something new, I look at Google. Still not gonna use courseplay until safe. It's mostly safe. Your books and libraries. I didn't do that even. Most of the stuff that I knew. The stuff that I didn't, I just asked around. Hey Alexander. And FS Legend, hello. How are you doing today? I wonder did courseplay save the course that I had? Is it? Oh, nuts. Generate new course on field 7. Starting from current position, I think it was 2 headlands. And We'll go simple bypass of the islands this time just to see if that works. Generate the course. That was a bad idea. Field 7. Gonna do something silly, by the way, real quick. We can go down, and we're gonna try and use it as a shovel just to move the... There we go, that's one. Just casually abusing farms and physics. How am I doing today? I'm doing good. No snow in Kilkenny. There's a small bit in tip last night, but not enough that it landed. Okay, so I gotta try and hook the wheel in there. Got it. Okay. Perfect. Kind of. That'll do. We'll start from here. And go from the first waypoint, please. It'll figure it out eventually. Back to the vent. Have I run into any issues with course play? Not yet, but you might have noticed I'm not saving courses yet. I'm much happier when it's unstable to just let the courses slide and regenerate them daily than to save them and risk stuff breaking longer term. One of those weird little things that you kind of figure out with course play is if you don't save courses, they tend to break slightly less. Right, we're gonna need the fence big brother. And we're gonna need to go into this shed back here. In the big boy. How are we today? We're doing good today. Ernie, how are you today? I swear there was something I meant to talk about in the stream today, but I've completely forgotten. Ben's father, more like? No, big brother. Big younger brother. Whoops. Let's just ignore the fact that I've left a flying tire mark. And get this up to the field. Dave battles his favourite shed once more. Who will win, Dave or the shed? Usual answer is the shed. The shed is victorious once again. Says, oh, okay, that's actually quite a lot of grass going in. Has hay been rebalanced for FS19? Hello, Simulate. Welcome to the British Day in RainbowDave Gaming. How you doing, Jason? Sim knows that my accent can change daily, and it's kind of funny. Although I do think I've got more of a British accent today than usual, so yes. I am potentially having a bit of an English day. I need to get a top hat for these days. I really do. Did John do 6M and testing? Yes. But there's a lot in testing. There's a lot in the queue. Still no Marwell. Hopefully tomorrow, Matt. That's gonna be my motto until Marwell comes out. Hopefully tomorrow. Keep up the hope. We finally get GTA downloaded. I mean, you can download it off slow internet. Just put it on when you go to bed. And pause it when you wake up, and then put it on when you go to bed. That's what Faye did. That's what Faye does whenever he needs to download something big, is he puts it on overnight. That's what I used to do when uploading videos, because it took 7 or 8 hours. Is I used to just leave my computer on overnight with the video uploading. Hey, Oxy. How is it going with you, dude? Everybody's going a bit mental over Marwell. The fact that it's not out yet. The patience is running thin with some, especially console players who I feel so very sorry for. But they need to realize that on PC, it's not a great selection of maps at the moment. Like, they see me and Landy and Sim on different maps, and yeah, they're different maps, but they're not really the same kind of maps that we played on in 17. They're not as high quality as the in-game maps in 17 yet. Can't leave your PC on. Turn off the monitors, Giannis. That's what I do when I need to leave my PC on overnight. Spoiler alert, I do still need to do that occasionally. Usually when I'm running a major scan. It'll be a while. Possibly tomorrow, hopefully. Don't ruin everybody's hopes. Also, the dashboard is wonked today. It's saying like 35 watching, so I have no idea how many of you guys are watching today. Sim, I'm gonna be honest, I certainly feel that way. And I hope if Cavalry Roy is here, he doesn't take this personally. Both maps I'm on are very much throwaway maps. They're not maps that I'd usually play on. I'm waiting for Marwell and Meadow Grove. The maps that I'm on are just temporary. So, you know, that it's one of those things that you'd have to do. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, is like, people don't want Giants maps, but they want maps. So, throw away maps, hooray! Done with your homework, Farm Life? Very good. I'm gonna just tab out real quick and refresh my dashboard so that it maybe works. OBS, stream labels, there we go. You'll be behind probably till Marwell. I'm at least a version behind with Meadowgrove. Although, Sim, at least I knew that I had access to the bloody room it's in. FS Legend, that's exactly the way that I see it. Like, console players are limited in what they can use, but they know straight away that what they're gonna use is good. PC, if you don't download from the Mod Hub or FSUK, you're very much kind of in a situation where you're guessing blindly, and there could and probably will be problems with stuff. So console gets it nice for mods, really. Console gets it good. You look at most console games, they don't even have mods, so Farm Sim's a bit of an outlier in that sense. In a good way. I don't think there'll be as many maps out in general. Never mind just for console, but even PC, there's a lot of people kind of taking a step away from modding now. And I hope we see kind of new map makers step up and come in, otherwise the mapping side of modding is very much going to go away. It's gone to pure farming. You want Marwell to come out on Monday so you can call it Marwell Monday. That's a bit of a silly reason to want it to come out on a Monday, FS Legend. any case, I'll just call it Marwell Day. FS90, yeah. 17, like, there was a ton of work that needed to go in, but most of it was just kind of faffing about in between doing the big things. Yeah, most of the work in 17 that went into making a map was just kind of faffery in between the major, huge things that you absolutely needed to do. And in 19 it seems like it's mainly huge things that you absolutely need to do to get a map working. If quality map makers step away, the game over. If map makers in general step away, never mind quality ones, Jeremy, the game is getting complicated to the point where maps are going to be very difficult to make, I think. Irish, I would agree with you. Which is better, 17 or 19? For downloading mods, 17, for sure. But that's at the end of the cycle. 19, in general, is better. But that's my opinion. You ask somebody else, they'll say, oh, 17 is just a better game, it sounds better, looks better, whatever. Yeah, I'm with you there, Sim. I'm kind of okay with there being fewer maps just because it allows us to get, like, full series out instead of, like, 10 episodes. Oh, people are bored, on to the next one. And then another 10 episodes and then people get bored again. You know, it's definitely better for us that there are fewer maps. Oxy's gonna do his damnedest to get Marvel onto console, Rabbit Man. Oxy doesn't leave people behind. Unless he absolutely has to, like we did with Shamrock in 17. What exactly has happened here that the Baylor is stuck, by the way? I'm not entirely sure what I'm trying to get around here. It may be a tree. Still enjoying Oakfield? Oakfield was a damn good map. Looking forward to that making a comeback. Oxy's maps, I swear, always just have the balance just right between like big fields and small fields, and like there's never a map that I've been on that's by Oxy that's like these fields are all too big. Except maybe Sandy Bay? Not Sandy Bay, Chellington? Like, Chellington was just a big map. But all the maps since, there's been like a really nice balance of huge and small and kind of in the middle. Yeah, I think 1 or 2 farms is perfect, and like, with the way placeables work now, as long as the field's big enough, you can turn it into a you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th yard, so... I don't think there's necessarily a need to have huge numbers of farms of like pre-placed yards anymore. Maybe 3 for multiplayer? I'd say just like 1 or 2. I don't want to know how much internet I've used in the last year. Like... I'm quite bad for using quite a lot of internet, so I don't want to know how much I've used. For 32 yards. No, that's for animals, Faye. I don't know why that is a thing. Don't see the point of it. Yeah, if there's only 1 or 2, like it's perfect because you can like have. This is what I usually do. I usually have like a big equipment yard and a small equipment yard if I've got a lot of equipment. Or 1 yard that's like dedicated to doing animals. I think more modders need props for the amount of work that goes into making console mods. Because some get nothing but hate for doing it. There's an insane amount of work. Will I ever play on console? No. And it's not because I don't like console, it's just because I, number one, can't afford one. And number 2, don't see the point when I've got a PC that can do the same stuff. You know, if the consoles did something special the PC couldn't, then yeah, I'd probably get a console, but my PC can do everything console can, and there's just simply no point in me getting a console just for the sake of doing some YouTube videos. I'm gonna need... There's a lack of communication. There's a lot of chaos going around Giants at the moment, I think. Seems like the QA team's maybe a bit smaller than it needs to be at the moment. Said if you need storage, etc. Yeah, I mean that works too. I tend to try and like base myself out of a single yard, but if it gets to the point where I've got so much equipment I need an auxiliary yard, I'll use an auxiliary yard and just have it dedicated to like 1 or 2 things. Usually, like I move my animal stuff to an auxiliary yard. Oxy, they're definitely testing GE. They're definitely testing, I would imagine, the as yet unannounced DLC that's known that Blizzard said is coming soon and will be announced in the next couple of weeks. They're probably still testing bits of the game. And yeah, the Giants mods as well as like the 200 odd mods that are in the list, and I quite frankly don't think the QA team is big enough right now. They are looking for more people, they're trying to take on more people, so that's a good thing. But it's just not big enough right now, and it's gonna impact how quickly mods come out. Think we all agree JD are the best? No. I don't think any one brand is the best in farming RN. Welcome back, Nathan. How are we now? I don't think there's any one brand that is just the best in farming. John Deere are the biggest. That can't be argued with, but I don't think any one brand is the best. It's not at all obvious that I tend to be a bit of a variety player when it comes to farm sim. Just have a bit of everything. Even though I've inexplicably gone for like two different fence on this map. I try and have some variety. In terms of looks, I love Class. I love Ford. But in terms of performance, they're all the one. If it does the job, it's good. Best tractor to do a job is the one that can do it. Doesn't matter what color it is, what branding it has. If it can do the job, then it's the best tractor for that job. Although I will say in Farm Sim I am quite partial to the armor track. I love it. Bit shorter than default. Giants obviously heard the complaints that the grass in FS17 was too short, and they, I think, overdid it slightly with the length of the grass in 19. Farm life, don't start brand arguments here. Just don't. The same goes to you, RN. This channel welcomes all brands, especially Class. See, I love. Thing is, I love Class as a brand. I love their colours, the lime green and yellow, or lime green and yellow and white. But even if Class tractors came out and Class was in the game, I'd still just use random stuff because I prefer. Get rid of the grass buds, add shadows, change it to 3 num blocks, you get some realistic grass. 3 num blocks? That's quite dense. Unless they've made the grass like a hell of a lot less dense than it was in 17. Which Giants are shooting themselves in the foot. I don't think they are, Bradley. I think they're doing what's right for the game. Generally. Do I think mistakes have been made? Yeah. But that's some very specific stuff. I think generally Giants are going in the right direction. I think Lissertan's a marketing bloody genius with the esports thing, because, oh my god, literally everything has been covering that lately. Farm Sim has been all over the news. I'm almost surprised I haven't got a phone call from like a local radio station being like, hey, you play Farm Sim, the game's in a good place now. It's in a good place. There's places that can be improved still. There's always going to be places for room for improvement. Lister, yeah, he does his best, and he's just a nice guy. Like, regardless of my own personal thoughts on the esports thing, which I'm not sharing, I hope it succeeds just for him, because he's a nice guy. He's almost too easy to talk to. Like when you're chatting with him, it's very easy to just end up having an hours-long conversation. Only 16 likes? We're still only, what, half an hour into the stream? Let's get the like number up a bit. Hey, CD! I'm being as inoffensive as possible today. After my few rants yesterday, I think it's good to have a detox from ranting. Although yesterday's rants, I felt that all of them were justified in a way. Especially the maps on console thing. I like the look of the new Manitou. What's the new Manitou Farm Life? Enjoying the snow? There is none, 990. There's like none here anyway. Farm Life, are you still arguing about brands? The new look of the Manitou. What new look of the Manitou? I'm confused. Do I need to like actually put it into the rules that you're not to argue about what brand is better? Because I thought it went without saying that like everybody's entitled to their opinions, regardless of what you think. Everyone needs to go, yeah. He's gonna go suspiciously quiet now, NHF, because I've told him twice now to stop trying to start arguments about brands. It changed. I've got FS17 uninstalled. I'm not reinstalling it just to look at a single piece of equipment. Also, the one in 17 is a slightly different model. It's not the same model that was in 17. So of course it looks different because it's a different vehicle. Field defs. Yeah, I hope, Nathan, you're working on the field defs. Because after your it'll only take a day. It's taking a suspicious amount of time to do the field defs. Just like I suspected. And yeah, vehicles do visually change over the years, even the same model, so... Like, that's why Americans say, oh, it's the 98 whatever the hell. The 98... I don't know if this existed in 98, the 98 Ford Taurus. Or the 98 F-150, which I do know existed in 1998. You've actually been playing 17? I just have no interest in... Do I have a Twitch account? Yes, I will be playing Flight Sims on it. How did you change the joysticks and cabs in general? That I just ranked down to being like a an advancement in technology over time. Some professional bale stacking. I'm actually doing quite well for once at this, aren't I? Like, bear in mind, there's no auto stack and no scripts being used there, and that's some damn good bale stacking. You like JCB load-alls? I like load-alls as well, to be honest. It's a bit of a shame there's not one in-game bale. Be nice to me. Bit of a shame there's no load-alls in the game. I think that's one place the Giants did misstep, is not having a load-all. That is true, Faye. Like, the last bale is going to determine how well this actually ends up. Hey, VF. Will there be a mod for load-all? Hope so. I think everybody in the UK and Ireland can agree we need a load-all in the game. Because you don't generally see the bendy ones. The articulated telehandler. It tends to be load-alls you see if there's a JCB telehandler anywhere. This really looks like I know what I'm doing, which is slightly concerning. That said, I have actually seen this Manitou in real life. Coming out of a field with a bale wrapper on the back. Is this 6M mod? I would presume so, Sam, but like, there's no telling who it's by. Hey, Rupert. How you doing today, dude? See, I could totally commentate on the Farm Sim League, especially the bale stacking bit, just like, oh yes, he's using the single bale method of stacking here. This is a very good method, but it's time consuming. They're going for triples. This is a fast method, but it can really impact on the neatness of the stack. No, no. The rare Dave catching a disaster before it actually happens. Modeling is a lot more difficult than you think, guys. What am I gonna do with the bales? I don't have any cows. But, I'll find something to do. Yoink. I'll find something to do with these. I can just leave them on the trailer for a while if I need to. I will say, this is much easier to drive with all-wheel steering turned on than, like, with front-wheel drive, because you can, like, spin it at super tight angles and just get exactly where you want to be. Now, bale, you were supposed to come off, not just slide down the forks a bit. There we go. My bale loading's actually good. This is concerning. I'm known for being disastrously bad at everything. Why is my bale stacking suddenly good again? Is this going to be the one good stack of the year? Like, I tend to have one really good stack every Farm Sim game. Is this it? Is this my single good stack? And is the good stacking down to me using the Xbox One controller? Because if so, then I'm going to be using this a lot more of Farm Sim. These are the questions I have of myself right now. Why am I so good? None of them are strapped down yet. Yeah, I never strap down until I'm done. It adds to the suspense as more and more bales end up in the potential catastrophe. Like, it's much more fun to have more bales in the potential catastrophe and just have the suspense rise as the stack gets taller. And more bales are added in. Because we're going 3 high here. Will it all go wrong? Tune in next time to find out. Please do 2 bales at a time. No, because that definitely will go wrong, Farm Life. Also, I only ever really stack 3 high. If you go much higher than 3, then physics starts to go really weird. Historically, at least. Can't speak for FS19, but historically, any more than 3 just started causing problems. Especially with the trailer becoming increasingly top-heavy. Planted field 16 in grass. Where's field 16? That's not a bad grass field. I've planted field 8 because I was annoyed by it. Using a flat 3 grab is easier, there should be a mid. What? You did 5 high and it wasn't... Yeah, I've not gone more than 4 high since FS17, when... I think it was on a CD's trailers when you turned on the auto-loader to load up 5 high and it just started doing flips. Yeah, Farm Life wants all of the mods, but won't make any of himself because he doesn't have a PC that's capable of doing it. Can't go 5 high manually without using straps. Back and front flips, side flips. Every time I turned, it was just mental. Farm Life, one thing that I will say is, like, if you're not willing to make the mod yourself, don't request it, because if push came to shove, half the mods that I request I would try and learn to make if I had the time. Hell, for the most part of 17 I was working on an Irish map because I wanted one. Any harvesting? Not today, we don't have any crops fully grown. We will be doing some fertilizing quite soon. We will be doing we'll be getting Courseplay to do all the weeding because I can't be bothered with that nonsense. And what else will we be doing today? If we're really lucky, maybe we'll do some animal stuff. I mean, I might need to cheat in money for that, but we might do some animal stuff. Ooh, okay. That bale moved a bit too much for my liking. We've got budget Britney Spears playing now. Bale trailer is that? This is the... is it the La Metris? It is La Metris from FSUK. Not on consoles, I'm afraid. And as it's been released on FSUK, it probably won't be on consoles. Hey Jag, have you got rid of your profile picture? What happened to your beautiful Jag 980 profile picture? Yeah. You might go spend an hour or two at the server, feel free. See you, Farm Life. Got a phone upgrade and you've lost some things. Work on it. Fair enough. Including apparently a YouTube password, because that must be a new account then. We've successfully loaded the trailer. Which honestly is the most surprising thing I've done today. Right, let's strap the crap out of it because I don't trust these bales for a second. I seemingly have missed a strap here. Yes. And one here. That looks strapped up. Now, exactly how bad will the physics be to me with this many bales on the little fent? It's... Physics are pleased. Physics approve of this. Which is surprising, to say the least. From Iowa, where it's minus 20 Fahrenheit? Ooh, not nice. That's about minus 15 Celsius, I think. Maybe a bit more. Can't get this trailer in the bale sell point. Don't plan on bringing it to this bale sell point, actually. I'm actually going to bring it back to where it was. If I can swing the fent round enough. Not quite. Swing the fent round enough. There we go. Now you can see why I left the bale trailer in here in the first place. It's just enough out of the... Oh no. I have Austin Powers the bale trailer. Right. Let's try coming at this from a different angle then. What is this? This is Farm Sim. Or as I called it last night, Battle Farm 5. See, the problem is, can I swing it around that corner? That'd be ideal if I can get it to go around this corner. Oh yeah, that'll totally work. Okay. I'll just leave the trailer here, I guess. Right, next job is gonna be a bit of spraying, I think. Know why this is on your end and YouTube is broken? YouTube knows exactly what's up. I am the greatest farm sim player in history. Totally not terrible at this game. And totally actually know what I'm doing for once. All of which may or may not be lies. Right, field 7 needs fertilizing. Big thinking emoji. YouTube knows what's up. Hey, it's nice to know when somebody's recommended at least. Hey, whoop. Ta-da! Why didn't Dad pop wheelies? Right, is that... That looks suspiciously like a bale. Bale fork. Bale fork. Bale fork. Bale fork. That did it me. I thought that was the... Where's the pallet fork? If the bale fork's there, where's the pallet fork gone? Well, there's the pallet fork. Excuse me, Mr. Pallet Fork, I require you for some work. Right, let's grab some fertilizer. Let's get the camera right in here. Down a bit, up a bit, left a bit, right a bit. There we go. Oh no, it's glitched through. Oh, is it glitched through in just the... No, it's glitched through in the wrong way entirely. Press F to pay respect to Dave's brain. That press F was a long time ago, Benny. Brenny? There we go, that's how it attaches apparently. Alright, let's get the sprayer filled up here. And we're off to field 7 with the little vent that I bought on a whim. Because I wanted to use the little mower, and I like it. My purchasing decisions are questionable at best. Why did you buy that tractor? I wanted to use the little mower. Well, you had tractors already, yeah, but I wanted to use the little mower. Could you not have used a bigger tractor? No, because it wouldn't have made sense. So you bought another tractor just to use a mower? Yes. Why would you do this? Because I did. I would not do well on a real farm. Hey, we've got this big tractor, but only a small mower. What do we do? Buy a small tractor. Yeah, but could you not attach the big tractor to the little mower? No, you gotta have a small tractor for small mower. I would get fired faster than I'd get hired, Janice. Like, they'd hire me, and then they'd, like, watch one video and be like, actually, no. No, we're not letting you anywhere near our equipment. Never mind. Just go, leave, please. We will literally drive you wherever you need to go. Just get away from us. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Even though I break something. This is true. Actually, fun little story. Just while we're driving over to Field 7. Years ago, when I was in Scouts, we were going to climb a mountain nearby. And one of the guys had a car, so we all hopped into the car. It was one of those Citroens from the period where they had the inexplicably adjustable suspension. I don't know why Citroen decided this was a good idea to put in a car, but they did. And, a group of teenagers in a car going down a country road that was very bumpy. We softened the suspension to the maximum and started bouncing up and down in the back seat because of every bump. The entire car just like launched. And we all hit the roof. All of us hit the roof of the car. Was it the VX? I don't even know what model it was. I know it was a Citroen. And I know it had the adjustable suspension. And I know we screwed with it. And I know that there was some launching going on. And I think at one point the back wheels weren't even on the road. Such is the level of messing that I've got up to in the past. Hey, Sylvan. The hell? Was the roof dented after that trip? Surprisingly not. Sylvan, you said hello to me before you said hello to VF, don't worry. Your memory is apparently as short as mine, it's fine. There you go, Jag, that's much better. Now we know it's you, because it's got the picture of the Jag 980. The other Jag 980 could have been anybody. That could have been a John Deere, whatever the John Deere forager is. Could have been New Holland, masquerading as a Jag. We all have concussions? No. Save game Mediafire. The problem with my saves is I tend to do weird stuff, and they tend to not be the healthiest saves in the world. 8700i? Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about that strip that I just completely blanked on. That'll just stay in the field for this round. Be nice when I can... Let's not listen to this, because that's giving me a headache. Must be old age kicking in. That happens with me a lot. I've got like 7 or 8 different passwords that I use, and quite often you'll see me like logging into something and then seeing the fail screen. And then just kind of going through, okay, that was password 1, that was main password. Next password, please. I'm just going through the different passwords that I have because I've forgotten which one the site has. It gets worse when I use a different email address because then I get really confused. So is everybody in Ireland and the UK enjoying what is apparently a snow day for a surprising amount of people? No snow days for me because I work from home. Plus I get to have fun while I work, so surprisingly good. You have all your passwords on a piece of paper? I use LastPass, which is really good. LastPass is this add-on that you can put into Chrome that it like remembers your passwords and stuff for various accounts. And you store them all under this like this master password. But like if you use it, you can literally forget every other password except for the master and get away with it. Not much snow here, not in Norwich. There was a bit here last night, seemingly. Well, seemingly. I went downstairs at one point last night and the ground outside was white, so... LastPass is the greatest. Oh, so helpful. Jag getting up to his usual tricks with the £19.99 super chat. Thank you very much, dude. That helps a lot. Super chats in January are the best. Because January is traditionally when ad rev is terrible. Ad rev in January is hilariously bad because nobody wants to buy an ad after Christmas. Which is why you see so many terrible ads in January, by the way. Like, when you're on YouTube in January, you see the same ad 17 times in a row. It's because nobody else wants to buy that ad spot. Do I want a side panel? Yes, but don't send me one. Don't like buy me a side panel or something, because that would be way too much money for somebody to spend on me. House noises in Ireland. Where I am, not very much. It was a light dusting we got last night, and that was about it, as far as I'm aware. It might be snowing again right now, I don't know. I hope it's not. Ask Sim for one of his. I think everybody's asked Sim for one of his side panels at this point. Now, if I get a side panel, I'll get one, like, straight up myself. But it's not high on the list of priorities right now. For me right now, I want to upgrade graphics cards, so that's kind of the list of my monetary priorities. And if I have more months like this January has been, without giving out numbers, I I could have one by as early as March or April time. I could have the graphics card that I want. Maybe May. Apparently tomorrow's gonna be worse. The thing is, I don't really care what the weather's like. As long as it doesn't affect my internet, I don't generally care. Like, yeah, sure, I'd like to go out and walk around the block a few times to work on my weight problems and fitness, but at the same time, I don't want to like start doing that on the snowiest and coldest days of the year and be like, well, that was terrible, I'm not going to do it again. I'd like to do it in a way that is sustainable for me. What GPU do I want? I'm looking at 2070s right now. Maybe 2080s. Want to make a new save game when 1.2 comes out? Yes, which means that I probably won't be doing 1.2. In fact, 1.2 I'm kind of half planning on putting on the server. To replace Riverview, because I think this is a much better multiplayer map than Riverview. What tractor am I in? This is a Fendt 500? I want to say. Is there any donation thing for new GPU? I'm not going to run a donation goal. I never have in the past, and I never will unless there's something that I urgently need. I don't see the point in... How did that bit of field just not get seeded? Okay. This is a Fendt 500, isn't it? Yes! Haha! It's the old Fendt 500. Base game. So if you're on console, you can play with this tractor. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Dave Likes Old Tractors, where I will try and use old tractors as much as possible on maps where they're fitting. Even on this map, I will try and use old tractors because I like old tractors. This is a map it's more suited to multiplayer than Riverview. Riverview, I think, is more suited to single player, I would argue. But I think the weird little idea that I've got on it is good for a reasonably short stint on the server. The whole trying to actually deal with 300 pigs thing. Do I like the Fiat? The Fiat I like to an extent, like it's good for ploughing and heavy field work. It's not a tractor that I'd use for like karting because it's way too slow. I'd go something more akin to this Fendt, to the old case. Did I try the Fortune? No, I haven't tried the Fortune yet. Landy has, and he said it's quite good, so I may give that a download for future use. Like the big thing that's kind of drawing me towards using the Fortune at some point is it looks ridiculous, and I love that in tractors. I love it when tractors just look completely out of the ordinary, ridiculous, silly. That's a big draw for me. Because I like the tractors in themselves are the comedy value. If somebody's made, probably they're converting one, yes, and those converts. Especially the Fortune for some reason, because I have used them in the past. They just keep getting progressively worse. Which kind of sucks. Dave not caring about the polls. Yeah, Marwell's probably going to be, by the way, the first map that I actually bring into GE, because I've been told by Little Bird that the telephone poles in Marwell are solid, and Courseplay generally doesn't like that, so I'm probably going to be bringing Marwell into G and taking the collisions off those. Remember guys, on PC, if you don't like something in a map, change it. Open it up in GE, figure out what it is you want to do, and figure out how you go about changing it. It's usually quite easy. Unless it's something major, then yeah, good luck. Swapping collisions out on something? Easy. Changing tip calls? Difficult. Editing fields? Somewhere in the middle. When will Marvel be out? As soon as possible. I hope. It's the best answer I can give. It's also the bluntest. And I know that it's a non-answer, but it's the best answer that... Yeah, it's the only answer I can give. Is like, hopefully as soon as it can be. I'm hoping to see a map on the Mod Hub next week. It's getting late in the week now, so I don't think we'll see one this week, especially seeing as Oxy has said that Marvel's still pending testing. So hopefully we'll see one next week, unless there's like one that's in testing and we don't know about. Because I want like a map on the Mod Hub as much as anybody on console does, because the Mod Hub maps are objectively good. I might not like them. I might think that, to me, they're crap. But they're objectively good maps. Probably no maps this week. Hopefully next week. Who knows? Maybe a surprise map tomorrow. But hopefully we'll see a map soon. TM. Helpers A and F have completed their tasks, even though I only... Apparently I accidentally hired a worker. 6230R has reached the endpoint. Thank you, 6230R number 1. Magic sprayer. Walk on through the poles. This is why I like telephone poles not having collisions on some maps. There's some maps where I prefer them having it, but some I just like, nah, I'm too lazy. Too lazy on this map. The fields are so big on this map that like it would annoy me if the telephone poles actually had collisions. Surprise map when it snows in real life. It's a Christmas miracle. Who knows how many? Exactly, Ennis. I would guess, based on absolutely no info, there's probably in the 229 mods 5 to 10 maps. I would also guess there's probably about 20 John Deeres and probably 15 to 20 items that are just like in-game thing but color selectable. Hey MJ, how you doing today, dude? How's work on Peterville going? A lot of people looking forward to that map. You've made a bit of a name for yourself with that one. Hey, Mr. Jingles. Friendly reminder that all it takes is one really good map for a mapper to make a name for themselves. Or one really good mod for a modder to make a name for themselves. I think there's going to be Blizzard first. Blizzard Rainbow. The rare Blizzard Rainbow. Maybe even a Fiat. Yes, maybe. Wonder how many weights. 60. Keep in mind, Bullet Bill became like one of the greatest modders or mappers in Farm Sim from a single map. Like Colbro was just the one map that he did for the longest time. Are Giants mods included in the mod queue? I have no idea, Martin. That's a really good question. Map's almost done. Sweet. I really want that map when it's done, MJ. Like when Sim says a map is going to be good, then my hopes are high. I may even apply my normal standards to it. Because right now I'm applying lower standards of, does it work? Yes, then it's good. Sim, you're trying. You've done it wrong twice. There you go. Attempts were made. Hey, Connor. How you doing today, dude? Oh dear. And people in sim streams wonder why I call him a fool. The people who go only to sim streams, don't see my streams, wonder why I call Sim a fool so regularly. I'm doing good, dude. The correct one is in there somewhere. PJ modding. Oh no, that's Matt PJS. But the hello. That's inconvenient. Could you imagine this happening in real life? Just like halfway through a field and then suddenly all of the crop in the world grows. Oh, just spraying this field as per usual. Thump. Oh, the crops have grown. Is there snow where I am? There was a bit, but not much. The really annoying thing is this field is now going to be, like, really awkward to get stage 2 fertilization on. Also Mercury Farm. Mercury Farm, I'm not all that interested in. Not a big fan of Alien Jim personally, but I can appreciate why a lot of people like his maps. They're just not what I want in a map personally. It does good work. It's just not for me. This is bloody annoying having to check the map to make sure I'm actually in the right lane here. Spraying growth system. These are genetically modified crops. They've been modified specifically to annoy me. It's special soybeans. GPS would be incredibly handy right now, yeah. Very, very much needed indeed. Or like the better minimap mod. But it worked, sweet. Special plans, special. Right, that looks like I'm right to the end here. Yes, I am. Swing it around, and I'm just going to keep in line with the end here. Just so that somebody's gone for a shower. Yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to. Apparently Oxy's put that into Marwell as well, Sim. Apparently it's possible to do that on an individual map basis. Can't sit back up to you with the mini-map out. Yeah, but you can at least see where you've been. Like, this is going to be really annoying to do the second pass on. Well, you turn off growth while seeding and fertilizing. I probably should, but, like, it slows the entire map down. On the bright side, I can actually go back over to fields 16 and 17 and get them... Oh, fields 15, 16, and 17, get them fully fertilized. Once I'm finished over here in field 7. Field 8 I'm just ignoring. I'm just straight up ignoring that field. I might come in with herbicide at some point, but I'm just... Nah. Boopity boopy. Boopity boppity boopy. Can't wait for Seasons. That's probably going to be a fixture once it's out for me. Just for the improvements to weeds alone. Like, unless more mappers do what Oxy's doing with Marwell and individually sort the weeds on their maps. Didn't mean to save, but that was somewhat convenient. Crows don't move for hard workers, do they not? One of your friends exploded one of the plug sockets at schools. How? They're like designed to not do that. And we're, oh god, Sim, no. I did enjoy Rob's little rant last night where oh, you weren't there, I don't think, Sim, where we all just kind of, me and Landy were just sat there saying, no, Rob, that's not how that works. That's not how it works, Rob. No, you don't. Yeah, we appreciate that it's the same plant, but no, that's not how it works. You made the steak reference. Yeah, actually, you were there. He kept going after that as well. Just would not stop. Yeah, he shoved 2 pieces of metal. Oh, he shorted it. Yeah, shorting at 240 volts up to enough to cause an explosion, which is probably several dozen amps. That's extremely dangerous. It's one of those situations where I will say don't ever do that, because it can and will kill you. Let's just keep this up here. It's set on fire. Yeah. And it was electrical fire, which is incredibly dangerous. Any tips for streaming? Enjoy yourself. Don't feel obliged to stream. If you're not feeling up to stream, don't do it. Otherwise, just like read chat and enjoy it. Don't stream if you're not going to read chat, because there's literally no point in streaming otherwise. You might as well be doing long videos. I hate streams where like somebody's streaming and just nattering away and chat's ignored. It's like, well, why are you streaming this? You could just as easily have made this a video and the content would be identical. You would be doing the exact same thing and, you know, there wouldn't be any difference to the content whatsoever. The only difference being people can make more money off streaming because super chats. And unfortunately, a lot of people are, not a lot, but some people are taking that cynically and just streaming for the sake of streaming and basically doing it just for the money and getting extra super chats. I need to just stop the driver on this for now. I'll grab this once we're out in the well, once we're loading up more fertilizer over here. Hey, Chuck. It's more annoying on Twitch when people do it, because like Twitch is made for streaming and people like, there's one person in particular, he streams a reasonable amount and it's very rare that I've actually seen him check chat. His excuse is because he plays multiplayer games. Oh, it's out of respect for everybody else on the game. It's like, no, it's because you can't be bothered looking at chat, dude. Been busy? That's fine, dude. Busy happens. Pretty sure I just saw a crow glitch across the map there. Oh yeah, course plate fiddles with the worker speed, doesn't it? There we go, max it out again. Busy with your brain. Again, that happens. I know all about that. Hedgehog, don't worry. Don't even apologize for it. It's Better that you're busy with that than busy with, yeah, something negative. You got issues that you need to, like, take a break from things and be positive? Don't ever apologize to me about it, because I do the same thing. I do the same thing. When I take my sanity breaks, that's just me taking a break from the normal wear and tear and just doing different things to get myself into a good mental place again. So don't apologize to me for doing the same thing. There's literally no point. You guys need to put yourselves first, especially with your mental health. These streams will go on whether you're here or not. Maybe deer got cut from the game. I'm pretty sure they did. The actual animals. Not sure why, but I've got a suspicion it was because they used some code that was just horrifically broken. They couldn't get it fixed in time. It's much better to cut something than to have something horrifically broken in the game. YouTube and Discord are the hardest things to leave. Yeah, but you gotta put yourself first in those situations. Yeah, it's like, it's not easy to do it, but it's the best thing you can do. Let's just take a break from stuff. It's not great, but you want some normality. Sometimes you'll feel that you'll find that normality helps. Have I turned off crop destruction on this map? I think I might have. Oh, I have and all. I've been desperately avoiding going on the crops, thinking crop destruction was on. I've had it turned off this entire time. Doing some long haul trips on ETS2, very nice. I've been doing some airliner flights on FS Economy. Last night I did 2 flights in 737, and the first time that I've actually managed to land the damn thing, because I finally figured out how to do an approach in it. How wide is the boom on the coup? It is, if I can find the shop here real quick. 36 meters. So it'll be 16 and a half either side. I make it. Would that bring up just... It'll be 18 either side, sorry. The 16 and a half will bring you up to 33. So this is, granted, not the most exciting job in the world, spraying, but it is one of those jobs that needs to be done. See, MJ? Some of these jobs that just needs to be done. It's my opinion on ultra-wide. Ultra-wide monitors? I wouldn't have one myself, but I can understand why people like them. I can completely get that some people want just ridiculously wide monitors. I quite like the monitors that I have myself. They're perfect for what I want, and ultra-wides are good for other things. You were in London on Friday, very nice. I've never been to London. Hello, Yuso. How are you doing today, dude? How is Yuso today? was fun. I'd like to go to London at some point. I'd actually like to go to Paris properly, not just like 4 hours in Charlotte to go. Thought I might have downloaded that after looking at it. I'm tempted to. 1174. Going to London on Saturday. Work or pleasure, Sim? Or both? Knowing you. You went to school. Very nice. But I'd like to go to like a load of cities that I've just not been to. Paris, properly. Amsterdam, properly. I'd like to go see that. It's sad you might quit YouTube, delete your channel. How so? You so? How come? Explain to me, please. You going for pleasure? Oh dear. Sim's going to be quite sick on Sunday by the sounds of it. Just don't have time to stream anymore? Well, how about you, so? Let me give you a suggestion that doesn't involve you deleting your channel. Put it on the back burner. Put yourself first. Put the channel on the back burner and stream when you can. Don't force yourself to, like, stream when you can't. Don't force yourself out of doing something you enjoy. Do it when you've got the time. Even if it means you're not in these streams anymore. Stream when you can. Do what you can when you can. Do what you can when you can. Last time you streamed was in the summer. So? I was off YouTube making videos and stuff for quite a while. Before I started up this channel. I had a previous channel that I did like 20 30 videos on, and then I just quit. Then the bug came back and I started this channel, and it's gone reasonably well for me. Don't feel like just because you don't have the time that you can't do it. Put it on the back burner, just leave it for a while, and when you do have the time you can suddenly get back into it. What was my old channel about? It was me playing Pokemon and stuff. It was really terrible because I had no idea what I was doing. Like it was comically bad. That's where I learned a lot of stuff. And you know, if you start a channel when you've learned some stuff, then you actually do slightly better. Exactly, Massey. If you want to stop doing videos and stop doing, you know, if you need to stop doing videos, stop doing videos. I will get back into doing videos again soon, by the way. Just in case you're wondering about this channel, I will be doing videos again soon. I do need to get the last few stream archives up, so expect some spam after the stream and possibly into tomorrow. I'm gonna put them up at 4-hour increments, so there'll be some going up overnight. Just for the sake of getting them up as videos and VODs for those of you that might want to watch them. And unfortunately I didn't do any work on the cattle crops video last night. Are you late again? We got about 10-ish minutes left. Really, I've gotten away. You can always come back to it. Exactly. Cattle crops video I do plan on working on tonight. Last night I just wasn't in the mood and played some X-Play instead. Tonight I'm a bit of more of a righty mood, so hopefully I'll get that done tonight. I'll get Spud Pewter up on the desk in front of me and get to work on it after the stream. And hopefully I'll actually get to recording it tonight as well, or at least some of it. If the background noise in the house is too much, I won't do it. See ya, Chuck. Be well. Hey, Dagmar. How you doing today, dude? What gear do I use for streaming? In terms of software, I use OBS. Yes, Yanis, I will. OBS, I have stream labels open, I have Pretzel for the music. Oh! I've just noticed that Jag's Super Chat got converted to euros for some reason. That's different. My mic's a Blue Yeti Blackout Edition. Webcam's a Logitech C920. The light box that I'm using is actually a 3-watt desk LED with some kitchen paper over it to soften the light a bit. It works surprisingly well, even though Mr. Simulate thinks it's a fire hazard, despite the fact that it only gets up to about 30 degrees Celsius. Maybe 60 on a particularly long lighting session. So that's fine. What else do I use for streaming? Stream Deck, which if you stream as regularly as I do is a necessity, especially with voice mod, which you can do this with and play around with this, or you can even do this and become a counter-terrorist from Counter-Strike, which I'm going to be for a second while I just spin around here. Conversion to euros has happened before, nothing new. I had no idea you can become a terrorist from Counter-Strike if you really want to. I can become Daft Punk. If I'm feeling in a Daft Punk mood, I can become Daft Punk. I can auto-tune the crap out of myself if I really want to. I don't know why I'd want to, but I can. I can do this, which I can't remember what this one is. I think it might be an echo. I can also do this next one, which I'm not going to say anything through. I'm just going to go ooh, and you guys will get a cool effect. Auto-tune sounded cool. This is what happens when I get a new toy. Is I pick out the things that'll sound really fun or cool on streams. And play with them. Sim's got one set up that it just sounds horrible. He's messed about with it a lot in TeamSpeak. Talk with the last one.
I'm very certain you can actually understand this. Like, this is just... it's intentionally made to be nonsense.
Did anybody understand what I just said? Do I have a Discord? Yes. It's in the description, Brayden. Or if one of the mods wants to use the Discord command. Or Nightbot can just put it in as I mention it. That works too. There's a link for the Discord, Brayden. Nightbot being very cool. Like something out of Doctor Who or Star Wars. Yeah, that's what happens when it's barely understandable. Yeah. It's made just so that I can make a wah-wah noise, honestly. It's intentionally made to be nonsense. The C in the second one, Adam, should be an S. But you tried. Do a Terminator voice? I don't have that pre-tuned. How's courseplay? As derpy as ever, Julian. It mostly works at a basic level. Courseplay is always gonna be derpy. It's just one of those things. Like it in previous farm sims, yeah. It works like courseplay. It's derpy. Is there a taken voice? No. It's just filters that I can put over my voice. Like, this is just a filter. It's a fun filter, but it's just a filter. And I quite like it because me, Sim, and Landy keep messing about with this one. There's one that's a fan that I keep making fun of people with. So somebody's ringing us downstairs and it's the wrong number and they've done it twice in a row now. Like, I can hear the phone going off. I know it's the same person that just rang and my mother said, no, that's the wrong number. You're looking for somebody who isn't here. Sounds like I was singing that. That's kind of the point. It's I think it's called chorus or something. It's supposed to sound like you're singing it. It's just me enjoying myself with some fun stuff. I prefer to have fun stuff like going on during the streams than to be utterly bored and just be generic streamer numbers 576. You know, oh my god, look at the farming! Oh, the farming is so good! No. I'll just sit back and enjoy myself. Chill out. You need the stream deck for that? No. You can do it through the program. But it's just easy, like Stream Deck's integrated it lately and it's just helpful. It's just useful for Do God Voice. I could if I had that programmed in, Dakmar. I don't have that programmed onto the Stream Deck. What's the program then? It's called Voice Mod. I've got the pro version because it unlocks all the voices, but like the free version you get like a selection of voices every week. And it changes every week, so. In the pro version I can also like fiddle with the voices and get them working in the whatever way I want. Which is how my Wawa sounds hilarious. Hey, That's Far. How you doing today, dude? It was pointless weeks ago. It's still pointless today, but it's fun pointless. It's fun stupid. Fun pointless. Subnautica Below Zero Early Access just came out. Okay. What the hell is Subnautica Below Zero? And why do I feel like Sim's about to buy it? Also, Sim, do you fancy some No Man's Sky later? I'm feeling like some No Man's Sky later on. Once hopefully I've got the script finished. Just went. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. I might still hop on No Man's Sky later. Need to do some resource gathering. And like sorting of actual resources as well, good lord. Need for Speed Payback, great game. I don't think I've ever played Payback. I got kind of disenfranchised after Carbon, that was terrible. Like Carbon just put me off Need for Speed, because it was atrocious. Although Pro Street was okay. Pro Street wasn't entirely terrible. But generally now I'm more into simulator racing anyway, so... Oh, Wednesday. Sim's working tonight, that's the problem. Hey, Payback is all too happy. Adam wants a Need for Speed game where everybody's just angry all the time. Oh dear. The phone's ringing again and my mother's getting increasingly aggravated by it. This is kind of funny.
I tell you what, I'll give you a ring.
Pro in 2 weeks after you got the game. I can't remember how quickly I got to Pro and Pro Street. Phone was lag. Yeah. Phones tend to lag. They're not the greatest. Ow! It's a new standalone version of Subnautica. Okay. Sim still hasn't said whether or not he's going to buy that. I think he will. He likes Subnautica. I don't. I like No Man's Sky though. He compares this to Subnautica, but I think it's nothing like it. It's a lot better. Because you don't feel tethered to your base. In Subnautica, I very much felt like I was tethered to the base and couldn't go very far from it. Currently in Sot. Get out of Sot. Sims currently being a nasty pirate on the 7 seas of Sea of Thieves. The inappropriately shaped islands. There goes step down from 2015. Need for Speed, I've just gone off entirely. You're in the Discord! Welcome along, Braden, to the Discord. Tends to be mayhem in there a lot of the time when people actually bother talking. So just be aware of that. If you can't tell by the sheer number of rooms there are in there, a lot goes on in there from time to time. Will I simulate late? He's not supposed to be streaming today, Dagmar? And he's streaming in like 5 minutes. Hello again, Nathan, for like the 6th time today. You're very distracted, I take it. But at least it's for a good reason. You keep working on those field defs, because I'm really looking forward to Meadowgrove, as are many people. I swear I missed a bit of this field somewhere and I can't remember where it was. Back to the map we go!
Hello, Dave.
Oh, I didn't. Hey. Brayden, did you join the Discord before you subscribed? Either way, thank you very much for subscribing and welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Need a bit of a break now and then. Yeah. Field defs are the most aggravating thing in the world. Let the AI do the spraying? I mean, I could get Courseplay to do it, sure, but I can do it just as easily. Especially seeing as I'm going to be finishing the stream in a couple of minutes, there's no point in me setting off a Courseplay guy only to regenerate the course tomorrow. Because I'm intentionally not saving courses right now. I wish they were, Nathan, that would be such an improvement. I wish they worked like the animal nav meshes used to. Like, that would be so much better and easier to do field defs. And, like, well, land definitions you can be a bit more clunky with, but field defs, if they worked like the old nav meshes, that would be ideal. Ooh, I've done something wrong here, have I? No, I was just pressing 2 buttons at once. Still pressing 2 buttons at once. This controller is very sensitive, as it turns out. Right. Yeah, I was definitely pressing 2 buttons at once because the indicator's on. I may need to unload the bales a lot sooner than I had anticipated because we're almost out of fertilizer already. Where do you get lime on this map? Over at the second shop. So, you've got the main shop up by the yard. See, there's a second one down by the animal dealer. That's where there's a lime sell point, or buy point. 55 left to do. That's what happens when you make 110 fields on a map, Nathan. So you end up doing field defs forever. Stop with the indicator. There we go. This field also needs fertilizing. Yes, this is field 17. Unity of 83. That's still quite a lot of fields. Only 83 is still many fields, Nathan. Considering this map has 24? 24, 25 fields? And there's still quite a few fields. Landy's live? Just gonna wait for somebody else to say it to get confirmation. Landy's live, yeah, as I said, and I trust the mods more than I probably should. What car do I have in real life? A pair of legs. I do not drive. It's one of the more popular questions, and I don't drive. What do I think of Air Ireland? I think it's an interesting idea. It's not something that I'm all that interested in myself, though. General idea is interesting, but I just don't have much interest in it. We won't be going on the channel because of people being idiots. Last time I had the audacity to give my opinions on it. So I don't really think about that map too much. To put it simply. Something about Marwell I put a lot more thought into because I'm definitely playing Marwell. Meadow Grove, I pretty much I think have my starter equipment decided for that now. For when that is ready to be shown off fully. Why don't I drive? Because I don't have a license. Why don't I have a license? Because I can't afford one. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Until next time, which will be tomorrow. I probably should, Faye. That'd be funny. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.